Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to welcome you to the very first World Higher Education Ranking Summit. And today we're joined by real visionary, educationalist, entrepreneur, Kamal Puri, who is the chairman of Skyline International Group. Kamal Puri established the Skyline International Group in 1990 in Sharjah with a focus on education. Since then, he has expanded the portfolio into healthcare, hospitality, manufacturing, and agriculture. With a team of more than 1,400 people, Mr. Puri oversees the group's operations in the UAE, Canada, US, India, and Nigeria. Skyline University College secured international accreditation in 2020 and is one of the leading institutions for innovation. Skyline University is an extraordinary hub for really talented people. And I am really honored and excited to interview today Mr. Puri. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Angelica, and thanks for giving me an opportunity. I can speak my mind to your audience, and I hope I will contribute something.
We're absolutely sure that you will contribute a lot, and we're really grateful for your time. We know how busy you are. Mr. Kamal, so one of my questions would be more about the UAE education, the first question to start to open the chapter. What do you think is the biggest challenge in higher education in the UAE, and what kind of changes need to be implemented to make this education system better for students across the world?
See, as far as UAE is concerned, UAE is very clear. They have a strategic plan of 2030. In that, they have very well specified that they want their citizens to be entrepreneur and enhance education attainment. On this economy of UAE is going to be a knowledge-based economy where innovation, research, science and technology will take the front seat. Recently, the Ministry of Education has amended their standards, their benchmark from 2019 onwards. And same like UAE is having the tallest building, biggest mall, they are upgrading the education to the maximum because they understand nowadays knowledge is an equity. And there is an old economy and a new economy. A new economy is basically having a lot of emphasis on virtual world rather than physical world. So UAE is not going to be a country of trading hub or counting on oil. Now they are counting to produce out of 3M money man machine. Their emphasis is on man. So the standards of accredited institution from the federal government through CAA are having the tallest standard, I would put it in the world. When I say tallest standard, even undergraduates are taught by a terminal degree holder.
This is absolutely brilliant because as we see today, UAE is one of the top destinations for international students. This proves your point, and that makes UAE a new hub for innovators and for creative minds. This is just brilliant. And tell me a little bit more about how you encourage this in Skyline University.
See, what is happening? First thing is, UAE population has grown in leaps and bounds. We have already reached to 10.5 million people. Have 200 nationalities all around the world. Many international students wants to come to this part of the world because the advantage are, number one, you are interacting with a different nationality, which is very, very important. Number two, to getting an employment here become easy because the expansion of the economy. Third part, 30% of the population today are Indians. And all international institutions are in free zones, but the accredited institution by the federal government have a limited list of fully accredited institutions. So what is happening? They also started those who are creative and innovative students, giving them a golden visa, giving them a long-term visa. So they see a stability, etc. The similar program, if you do it here or you do it in USA or you do it in UK, the cost is less. So the students get attracted. As far as Skyline is concerned, we have a number of nationalities in our campus. And our emphasis is basically to provide global education, and maximum emphasis is on technology.
This is extraordinary because you empower both innovators, creative minds, and attract all the best talent around the world. And my next question would be regarding performance. How do you measure the actually the strategy, the key performance indicators for the strategy of higher education, so that it's successful, so that it meets all the goals of all the stakeholders?
See, UAE basically was running a three kind of standards. One standard was by the Ministry of Education, which is a very, very high standard, fully accredited. You take their degree once it is stamped by the ministry anywhere in the world. All institution will accept in the world because it is on reciprocal basis, government to government agreement. Second education system is in free zones where the foreign institution comes and set up their campuses, and then the standard which are observed are monitored by agency called KHDA. They check the standards. And third, those who are diploma mills, they are nowhere but they still operate. Government is trying to put down to raise the bar and to make it sure that these standards are being upgraded. Now, what they have done, the Ministry of Education, they have made complete standard for governance. For example, your vision, mission, purpose, goal, objectives, everything. For curriculum, the curriculum will be designed how the things are to be carried. Then they have put learning support resources. These are minimum learning support resources required. Then they have the finance. What are the backups of finances required, etc. Then research, how the research will work. Technology integration into education. All these standards have been fixed. One agency. Second agency is whose job is to check the risk management of the educational establishment. What are the risks? For example, infrastructure is being checked, like type of student is being checked. The restaurants or cafeteria which you run, type of food is being checked. So many things are being taken care of that. The maximum emphasis is on research and teaching methodology and IT.
And we see that Skyline University is at the forefront of research and IT, and this is really a well-known fact. So my next question is actually on your suggestion, because not only in the UAE, across the globe, in most countries, there is the gap between industry and academia. And this gap has been there for a very long time. And I know that UAE has done a lot to actually bridge that gap. But what will be your advice to all universities across the world? Because we have here watching us lots of academics from the US, from Canada, from the UK. What will be your advice to them to actually help bridge that gap? And we also have corporate leaders. And you, as a person that is an extraordinary leader, both in education and in business world, you can help us find out the solution here.
Yeah. See, in 1990, when we designed the program, especially in travel and tourism, we are the leaders as far as travel and tourism and IT is concerned in Middle East. 20% of the curriculum was on professional, vocational in nature. Like in UK, either on that time in 90s, I'm talking about, we used to have polytechnic or university. Then polytechnic changed into university. Similar way in US, community colleges and universities. Now, what we did, we took 20% curriculum on the basis of vocational professional, 80% on academics. We have given 650 students to Emirates, Donata, all tourism sport. I gave a national girl in Dubai Intercontinental in 1993. Now, since the CA was formed in 2000, they amended in all this. Now, how do you make industry to come close to the institution? Who design our curriculum? Our curriculum is designed by academics, industry, and potential students or existing students. We amended according to that. We conduct a survey and then we see what are the needs, etc. Second, who comes to the classroom? One, academic faculty holding terminal degree talking. Second, working managers who will say, keep the books on the side, keeps everything on the side. Let me tell you what happens practically in the industry. Second is this. Third, renowned expert who has spent his whole life while doing the research on that particular subject. So when you bring all the three together in classroom, you are coming close to that. We have a 96% employment rate from the last 32 years. Reason? Because we know what industry wants. If you see Skyline qualification is those which are required in UAE education system, which is required by corporates, and that is what we do.
This is fascinating. I believe that every institution that is watching us right now would be extremely amazed by this number, 96% employability. I believe that employability should be one of the top criteria for ranking university. And unfortunately, we do not have this in current ranking systems. But my next question would be about facilities. Knowing your expertise in helping students actually remain a healthy attitude, not only in during their studies, but also outside on campus. What is the use of facilities and what is the role in helping students be more satisfied with the quality of education?
See, in education, what we do two broad functions. One, intellect. Second, value-based education. Because if you see the way the amount of time which students spend on technology is very, very high. What about values, wellness, etc.? The campus is a 40-acre campus. We have developed the full playing ground of cricket, soccer, basketball, all other games, etc. This is as far as sports is concerned. Now, other aspect, we have a gym. We also organize yoga classes. We also have online facility for wellness, right? How to be a strong mind, how to be, especially in COVID, it was very, very important to make it sure all students are stable, they are collaborative, and all these facility to give it to them and to make it sure the certain percentage of function of Skyline is run by the students rather than the employees of staff members of Skyline.
This is actually exactly the next question that I was about to ask you, because so many universities across the globe, they have actually failed in providing the facilities for students to help them overcome mental issues, especially since a pandemic and the fact that you have even yoga classes and mental support groups at Skyline University is really an example for the whole world. Could you please tell me a little bit more? What do you think should be done by universities across the globe to help counter mental health issues and the pressure that students face?
See, it is very, very important. Like we invite various speakers, those who are dealing in these topics, like how to make mind strong, for example, brain mapping, and a lot of exercise. And as I mentioned to you, yoga classes. Then we have a full-fledged gym in our campus where students, when they have a free time, they go to the gym and spend some time and making their body strong on that. And then question comes, apart from this in wellness, for example, meditation. to be concentrated. See, technology makes you to be diverted from one point to another point, run from here to there. But are you living in a past or are you living in a future? If you see most of the people, either they live in a past or they live in a future. That is why small kid of age of 2 3 does not get tired, because he is in the present. How to be in a present and concentrate on certain thing. Meditation helps them to do that. So various techniques are used, team building, speaker to be invited, making sure resources are available, and gamification of education. Because once you convert education into games, like building up a team, we can do it in a sports stadium, right? So all these things to make a brain more strong, because I personally feel your whole world is within you. It is not outside. And many institutions have done brain mapping along with the visualization, and the results were the same. So it is very, very important to make your brain to be very, very strong. And it should not be only intellect, it should be a complete personality development.
I love this because it gives an overall picture here that universities should provide actually this essential preparation for students. And this is one of the very important topics that we've been discussing at WERS, that universities have to also work on preparing students for real world, with equipping them with a strong skills. And it's so-called soft skills, but it's not so soft. And I believe that Skyline University have actually mastered that and help students equip those skills. My next question would be about those skills. What do you think are the skills, the success skills for students to become successful at after graduation?
Angelica, let me explain now. Time is coming in the next 5 years. We will be enrolling student for lifetime. Why? Student will come, study, work, and then he will come back and say, "Sir, world has changed." Agility is the most important thing, which every student, every human being has to understand. Number one. Number two, one size will not fit to all. Like, for example, you go to Subway. When you take your sandwich, what do you say? Put this, put this. I want healthy. I don't want this mayonnaise. I don't want this. Similar way, university will be providing you the menu of courses. You will select, I want to have a chemistry, and I also want to have a business education. I want to do finance. So the one size will not fit. Number two or number three, collaboration is the most important, because we will have competition not with the human beings. We are going to have competition with the machines. And machine IoT is already there. Artificial intelligence is already there. AR is already there. Deep learning is already there. Quantum computing is coming. Robotic is there. So we have to compete with them. So it is very, very important technology. Then nowadays, student come out from the top institution. He says, "I don't want to work for anybody. I want to do entrepreneurship." So what system we launch? Our faculty does the research. Students are taught through the assignment and research. Wherever there is a good idea, how to implement this idea through the venture capitalist and to make it commercially viable, where everybody gains on that. That is to make a triangle on this. Problem solving. You take the problem. Every problem has a different steps. We teach them all the steps, how to solve each problem. And the most important thing in education is education should be based on thinking, not on the base of what I as a faculty delivered to you. No. That is why each topic you release 1 week prior, tell them to discuss, come to podium and talk, because information is given by Google and YouTube. Which information is to be converted into knowledge and which knowledge is to be applied? What you have to do, classroom, corporates, internship, all together.
It is a very holistic approach, comprehensive approach. And I believe this is exactly the reason why Skyline University has been has evolved in the rankings for the past decade and has shown as an example for the whole educational system in the Middle East how it should be done. And my next question will be regarding. Actually, my next question is on technology. Just as you've mentioned, we live in a very uh, fast-paced world where technology is everything. However, what is your vision on the future of education? Let's say in 20 years. Do you believe that we will be in a metaverse? Do you believe that universities should be there? Or what is your opinion about the future?
Future is that we will be bringing faculty into your drawing room. This is the future. We launched in 99 the online education best of both the world, one faculty in USA, one faculty in UAE. But the accredited agencies raised an objection on that time on online. But COVID has taught a lesson to all the accredited agencies that online education is also good. Now, when we are talking about VR, AR, metaverse, the future of the education is through metaverse. Why? If you see Z generation and alpha generation, how much time do they spend on technology? Wait and watch. So when you look to metaverse today, let's take I'm teaching engineering or I'm teaching medical. I can open up the whole body. I can show everything. Engineering, I can open up whole machine and show you each and every part of it. Today, take an example. Cleveland Clinic has done more than 1,000 bypass through robotic. So even medical is changing. All industries are changing. So yes, the role of universities will also be supported by metaverse, by AR. But we have a competition coming out of whom? Coming out of Microsoft, IBM, Google, or all these companies. So what happened when student enroll for any degree to us, he is doing 10 more certificates along with his bachelor degree. Because skills are becoming more important now. Previously, skills ratio used to be 30-70, now it is 50-50. And technology. See, in olden days, if I write a one book, that is lying in library. Today, I write a book, it goes all around the world. And one step further, 2030, 50% would be a talking books. So what we have to look, many people will not know how to type even. If I'm talking today, this will not. I see 20% of the university will get impacted and closed down because of metaverse. But metaverse has other disadvantages also. So far, we are doing with the glasses and all, but the technology will develop, things will change, and things will happen. I'm very optimistic that today you buy things on Amazon. Time is not far. You will buying all skill courses on Amazon itself. Similar platform. Like you people have developed the platform for the world. Similar way, education will spread into the same way.
That is absolutely essential for everyone to hear, because we cannot underestimate the impact of technologies, and they are far ahead of us. However, my next question would be on digital transformation for universities. As you've just mentioned, in 1999, you had the online course where it was under criticism, where people didn't understand that because you were thinking ahead of your time. Right now, what do you think needs to be done for universities across the globe to keep up with digital transformation, to digitize learning resources? And if they haven't done that, what will happen to them in the future?
First thing what we did in our organization, digitization of total internal systems. This is the first thing we did. Then what we did, students on a different education are given iPads many years back. We have an innovation lab which was made 6.5 years back. Now we have a future digital academy. Now when we are talking about digitization, efficiency is the most important part of it. Speed and efficiency. Today, you cannot delay anything. If you will not do it, somebody else will do it. So, digitization, let's take example of learning support resources, library. Subscribes one particular e-library, you get an enormous journals, all research reports, all books, and all books publisher, whether it's McGraw Hill and all, they have come out with the digitization of their books completely. Talking books are there. You just put a ear plug, walk, and listen to your topic. So digitization is on the front, and it will go further ahead.
This is absolutely important. Like, this is a must for everyone who is watching us to hear, to know, because if you haven't done that, yeah, it's time to do it. It's been time to do it a long time ago, but this is I believe this is the last opportunity to do this, because the world is moving so in such a quick pace, in such a fast pace, that we do not have time for this, for being behind, the technology, and not to harness the power of technologies. So this is absolutely amazing, because Skyline University gives an example for universities across the globe how to harness the power of technologies, how to use this, all the facilities, all the support that can be done to help students shape better learning, better environment, and at the end become more employable and bridge the gap between industry and academia. My last question would be about ranking systems. So, Mr. Kamal, you know, Uniranks is the platform that is built in a way to make it possible for everyone to contribute and to be an integral part of this project through the open rank concept and ranking committees to ensure the strong methodology and fairness. The ranking committee comes with a structure to allow our higher education stakeholders to join the platform from all over the world. What is your personal opinion about open rank concept and the ranking committee?
Thanks. A very, very nice question. Let me put it in this way. All top companies of the world can survive if they are total transparent. What technology brings? Technology brings transparency. What COVID has taught us, there are many, many positives which comes out of COVID, that we people talk to each other through technology. Now, transparency is very, very important. Now, the hurdle for would be, number one, local accredited agencies. Number two, regional accredited agency. Number three, national accredited agencies, those who are operating from number of years. Like Skyline is accredited by the CAA of UAE, which is the top authority. And they also have articulations or collaboration with ASCSB. We are already in pipeline. We are already in a pipeline for EBIT. QS, we are already accredited. Now, why we have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Why not a single by one window with one cost, right? But what happened? We crossed the boundaries in 2000 when internet spread all around the world. Physical boundaries are there, but virtually we cross the boundaries. Similar way, marketing is a marketing. When we say digital marketing, it remains the same. It does not change in a developing country to developed country. What it changes, for example, if I buy a Phillips Kotler book in USA, it will cost me $60, $70. But when I buy in India, this will cost me $7. So what happens? The PPP, purchasing parity point of view, the things have changed. This is a very nice initiative. But this initiative will have a lot of hurdles. We have to take on board all decision-making agencies, the local accredited agencies, as well as those who are in the field of education as leader, all of them on the same table, and then put down different categories or evaluations. Because what happened? I remember in QAA from UK in 90s, they used to publish a list, but it was not clarified in a sense whether this university is good in services, ranked in services, or rank in academic standards. Now, academic standards will also vary from different agencies. So there, I'm very happy there should be a common platform which should apply to the world. Student can transfer from one place to another place, because these accredited agencies give the perceived value to the student, whether I should join this organization or I should not.
Exactly. And even though it will face lots of hurdles, still we believe in transparency. And I believe that helping students actually get the data that is gathered by so many other students and help them understand what's going on at the institution will be very beneficial. But thank you so much, Mr. Kamal, for actually bridging the worlds, bridging the Western world and the Eastern world with the excellence in providing the best services for students at the end of the day. And today, I believe that our conversation has generated not even massive interest, but lots of insights for academics, for faculty members, for staff to implement those solutions at their own institutions. Thank you so much for your time. It was a great pleasure and honor to interview you today. And I wish you all the best.
Angelika, last word I want to say, Skyline has run 12 years British education, has run 4 years American education, then UAE accredited institution from 2005 onwards. This organization has a very rich experience of a British education system, American education system, and UAE education system. And being an Asian, I have studied in that education system. We are fully aware about it. So our organization has a very rich experience. And thanks to you for interviewing me. And I hope our talk will benefit to all listeners. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I believe it's been a brilliant actually talk, and I really enjoyed it today. Thank you so much, Mr. Kamal.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you very much.